brand visibility is the goal, then focus on your focus. Colors. People neglect the efficiency of colors in brand identity design. But listen, it's more than just telling yourself, okay, my brand is into clothes. Let me look for a fancy color, luxury. Yes, that is also part of it. But then again, colors play a very important role in giving your brand an identity. For example, if you're watching animations, cartoons, which I love animes a lot. When a character is associated with anger, his face turns red. Why red? If you swap that red and put green, it changes the whole perspective to being sick. If you change it to yellow, nervousness. That is one thing about colors and brand. Take brands like Chicken Republic, Kilimanjaro, Market Square. They have a custom to using a shade of red, orange for their brand identity design. Why? Because these colors have a part to play in like wanting to eat, hunger, enticing us with the desire to nourish ourselves. Then when you have brands like agricultural brand that has to do with real estate, agriculture, you see farming or reproduction, they have an affinity for green because green has to do with freshness, reproduction. There are two colors you should have in your color palette, black and white. Then you can have every other color. But then again, in brand identity design, think about what message your brand conveys and find colors that match with that message. Imagine Chicken Republic having green and blue as their brand color. It's going to look off, right? Or imagine, let's look for one. Imagine Facebook being red. It's not going to sit well. So if there's one thing you should do, before you organize your color palette for your brand, Biko, please meet a good designer. Tell him to help you identify a color palette that passes the right message your brand is passing to the general public. I cannot stress this enough. Somebody will tell me, I have a brand. What does your brand do? My brand, we sell clothes. I want to use colors like pink, like grey, like black, and you'll not tell me onion red. No, that is why we are here. Give us your brand. This is why it is very good to identify your brand on time. Like I said in one of my videos, which you might find somewhere around. Identify your brand, your mission, your vision, your goal, your target audience, what message you plan to pass to the general public. Once you've identified that, it will now be easy to give your brand an identity on time. So I'm going to say it again. Tell a designer to help you identify your brand. Using that guidance of what your brand is, then you can now give your brand a good identity. And for colors, please, let's help you pick a color that matches your brand messaging. So you don't make us look like you get the point.